Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Hope you're rocking all as always. And I'm going to do a little something different today. I'm going to talk about movies based on hard rock and metal, and maybe one or two other ones that are just music related. And thought it'd be something different. Got a soundtrack playing in the background. You probably would know what it is if you are a big horror film or horror buff like I am, and like hard rock and metal. So get to that in a second. I'm just going to go through these films really quick. I'm not trying to do a review or get in depth, but just want to do something a little bit different because I love horror slasher movies and metal. So let's get started. I have, I don't know, 10 here, I think, 10 or 11. There's a few I don't have, like let's see, there was Terror on Tour, which I don't have. There's like Hard Rock Zombies. There's that one, Tiny Tim. It's not music related, but he's known for that crappy song. So that could be counted, I guess. But we're going to start these off, and we're not going to do any major like movies or franchises because everybody does those. These are just going to be, I think they're all one-offs. Maybe a few others. Some of these I haven't seen in a long time, so I don't really remember much. But here we go. Let's start them off. First off, no particular order. There's one. Shock 'Em Dead. Michael Angelo Batio of Nitro is the killer, and Tracy Lords is the main heroine, I guess. And basically, it's this guy makes a pact with the devil to become a rock star, and he needs souls, and he shocks them, and he gets their energy. And it's not very good. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I did dig it somewhat. It's kind of like hard to find now. It's also on Laserdisc. So Shock 'Em Dead. I think it came out like 93. Somewhere around there. 93. No, 93. 1990. Shock 'Em Dead. This one, I have the Swedish version, so I never really seen. I think it's on YouTube, but it's this glam band gets stranded from Sweden, gets stranded in the mountains, and all hell breaks loose during an avalanche. It's supposedly really bad, and I mean, I saw all this, but I couldn't really pick up the dialogue because it's in Swedish. But I picked it up cheap. I always wanted to get it. It's on YouTube. It's called Blood Tracks, and the band is called Easy Action, so it's probably a nod to Alice Cooper. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. It might be free, it might not be. And I can't even read the back of it. It's all in Swedish. So Blood Tracks doesn't get really good reviews. Here's one you probably never heard of. Dead Girls. Never released on DVD, just VHS, no Laserdisc. I don't even think Blood Tracks was released on, well, that's a DVD obviously, but it wasn't on Laserdisc, I don't think. Unless it's under its own Swedish version. This is basically about this all-girl rock band called Easy Girls who retreat to their vacation getaway to record their new album. And they have a stalker, basically, and he shows up, starts taking out the members and people close to the band one by one. It's not really good, but it's I've seen worse. There's a particularly cool scene where the killer has like a cheap revolver with like a skeleton face mask, where he hacks up this one girl and chops off all of her limbs and stuff. That's a cool scene, but it's not a great movie, but it's worth watching. You can definitely do worse, but check it out if you can find it anywhere. I got it on twisteddanger.com. It's a CDR. It's a rip because it's never been released on DVD. And here's a famous one everybody probably knows, Trick or Treat. The one with the cameo of Ozzy and Gene Simmons right there. Gene's the DJ. Ozzy's just appears as himself, spills the milk. Basically, this guy, his favorite rock star idol dies in a fire, and he haunts him, and he gets his only copy of this record, and it's like possessed, and all shit breaks loose. Trick or Treat. Definitely very cool movie. I haven't watched it in a long time, but most people will probably think of the Sam, the newer Trick or Treat. It has nothing to do with it, but 80s rockers and metalheads will remember this one. And here's Rocktober Blood. This one I haven't watched in a long ass time. I got the soundtrack right here, but I have this stuff on top of it, so I can't really get it out to show you. It's basically killer show and everything. Expect to see. It's I think it's the killer is like possessed or something. One of rock's megastars electrocuted for several brutal murders and the near fatal stabbing of his backup vocalist. 2 years have passed, and he haunts his lover backup vocalist. He comes back from the dead and tries to take revenge. So pretty standard. Here's one that's probably my favorite one I've mentioned so far. It's been a long time since I've watched this too. Black Roses. I talked about this in my other videos. Basically, this new band comes to town called Black Roses, and this teacher tries to stop him because he thinks there's more to it than just their lyrics, like they're truly evil, and it turns out they're like brainwashing all the young people in the town with their lyrics, and they're turning them into crazy people, zombies, and all hell breaks loose, and he vows to stop them. So that's Black Roses, and has a cool soundtrack too. Black Roses band is basically remember King Cobra, Carmen Appice, Mark, now Marcy Free. Yeah, they do a lot of the songs. The Black Roses songs were King Cobra. King Cobra song is in this. Lizzie Borden, Me Against the World, maybe their biggest song, is in Black Roses. And the last ones I'm going to show you are not necessarily music based, like the plot. It doesn't center around music, but they have an excellent soundtrack. Well, this one is, I'll just share this one first because it's not rock or metal, but I thought I'd throw it in there because it never gets any attention. It's Murder Rock. It's Lucio Fulci's film. You know, the Beyond Zombie, it says Zombie on here. It's from the director Zombie, and he did Night of the or House by the Cemetery. So a lot of his movies are pretty brutal. This one is not. This is like the PG Lucio Fulci, and he kills him with this hat pin. You can see it right there. There's hardly any blood, but it centers around a dance studio, and the killer stalks people at a dance studio. So music is related because it's about dance and the choreography of the music and everything. But I would suggest checking it out. It's one of his least favorite or well-known movies, and a lot of people don't like it because it's not bloody or gory. But I find it's okay. It's not bad, but if you're going in expecting like a lot of blood and gore, you won't like that. Now these last three I'm going to show you are just music, great soundtracks. This crappy movie, last one, there's two movies here, just this one I'm talking about, The Last Slumber Party, has an awesome soundtrack. It's 80s hard rock metal band called Firestrike, and they have a bunch of songs on the soundtrack. And the guy goes around killing people with just the doctor's mask at a slumber party. It's really bad with a scalpel. It's voted one of the worst slasher movies ever, but it has an awesome soundtrack. So check out the soundtrack. Firestrike, Stryke, if I remember right. And this one, Doll Man vs. Demonic Toys, has 7 songs by Quiet Riot from Terrified. Now this is one of my favorite Quiet Riot albums. It never gets any loving because it came out in the grunge era, and it was their comeback album because Paul Shortino was on the self-titled record. This is really good. It's solid. Rude, Crude, Nude, Terrified, the title track. This is good. Little Angel, me little angel, come to me, come with me, little angel. It's a great album. I might do a review on that one just because I like to review underrated albums nobody talks about. And the last one, Shocker. That's what's playing in the background on CD, the soundtrack to Shocker. The one where he gets shot and comes through TVs and transfers bodies and everything. The Wes Craven movie has Dudes of Wrath, which is basically Paul Stanley, Rudy Sarzo, Tommy Lee, and I forget the guitar player. It has Soraya just played Megadeth, Iggy Pop, Demon Bell by Dangerous Toys. So it's a great soundtrack. So that's all I've got. I've got those 10 movies and a few good soundtracks and a couple other ones I don't have. So thought I would do something different with music and movies combined. And I hope you check out these movies because they might be hard to find. But they're probably on. Some of them are probably on YouTube. You get Black Christmas, Trick or Treat, probably. Dead Girls, you probably won't be able to find. Last Slumber Party probably won't be able to find, maybe. But the ones with the soundtracks were pretty popular, like Full Moon, 2 Full Moon franchises, Shocker, Wes Craven. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll put a video in there. Please subscribe. I'll put another video up soon. So keep on rocking. Hope you have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Peace.